morning, everyone. I trust you are well and that you and your family are keeping safe through the current pandemic. These are challenging times. And as we're seeing on TV and through the news every day, that the cases continue to grow here in Victoria, with 80% of cases being transmitted at work and 1 in 4 Victorians not isolating. The cases are predominantly around working class communities, such as my own, and I really feel that this is a topic I touched in a previous video in relation to forcing people to choose between their health, COVID-19, and putting food on the table. And because that's what we're doing, and it was really adamant that this was never going to work very well. And it's great that Dan Andrews is providing financial support for people to stay home. But I really feel that this needs to come from a federal point of leadership. We really need change to the system that has promoted casualisation with people working full-time hours and not being full-time. The money received as a casual employee that's supposed to cover sick leave and annual leave clearly isn't working, and it's not good enough. It's causing a further burden to everybody else. And we really need to come together as a community to support each other through these times. I speak from a point of privilege. I'm able to work from home. Many cannot. My wife is a nurse, and I'm scared. Currently she's on maternity leave, as we've just had our son. He's 4 weeks old, and she'll return to work soon. In an environment where overseas 14% of healthcare workers have died of COVID-19. At current, there is a 24-year-old doctor in ICU, and more health workers and professionals are getting the virus, taking it home to their families. And it is a scary time. We do what we do to help and to make the world a better place. That is our sacrifice that we do. But I really want to focus on this year's local government election. Now, this is our opportunity to really make local change. We're in unprecedented times. People are struggling. We need to start looking at rate reliefs, and business support. Businesses, mum and dad businesses, 570,000 of them in Victoria, need our help. They need council support. We need to start cutting rates for businesses who aren't generating an income through this period of time. We also need to switch our focus from sport and rec, how it was, to what we need at the moment with open space for our mental health, so we can go out and get our daily exercise. Because that current bike paths and outside areas and parks aren't up to standard because they weren't being used so much. As each day goes by, more and more people are utilising the services in their area, and these are vital for people's mental health. I really feel that this needs to be a focus for local governments. Beyond that, there also needs to be a focus on what does COVID-19 and work look like. And I was pleased to hear that the federal government was looking at investigating and putting together a panel to start looking at a return to work strategy. But what does it mean for the local community? Local councils already undertake investigations and support for food handling and safety measures and precautions in place to ensure that people don't get contaminated food. This is another avenue that council needs to start looking at. How do we make our community safer? How do we ensure mum and dad businesses can continue to survive, generating income, and people can access the things they love and need? I love getting a cup of coffee. I love supporting my local mum and dad cafes. Me and my partner, we go to different mum and dad businesses all the time. Each weekend, that was something we used to do, take the family. And yeah, it's just, I can't stop thinking about other families and what they're going through, especially if this is your bread and butter. So I'd really like to get your thoughts on it. What do you think that we can use this local government election on? What points need to be advocated for? What change do we need? And what direction should we be heading in? Let me know. Thank you.